Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird and wonderful world. And I had a great idea from an awesome YouTuber who goes by Scot Lade. Well, his channel is the Prog Corner, and I'll be leaving his information down pinned down to the comments below his video and his channel, of course, for sure. Because it was a great idea. He got the idea from somebody who's doing 10 things I hate, so he did 10 things I love, or my favorite things, as he puts it. So I'm going to talk about my favorite things. Now, there are a couple of contenders, well, one contender and one caveat, basically, that I'll start with the caveat first, okay? I did not include this in the list, but it definitely would belong high on the list. And the only reason I didn't include it because I don't consider it a thing. And it's my friends. I don't consider my friends things. It's people, places, and things. And people, they have that's a different category all its own. So my friends definitely would have been on the list if I would have considered them things, which I don't. So it's not on the list. Just want to point that out of saying, why isn't your friend? Okay. Now the second thing is a very honorable mention. Okay, it could have been on the list, but I only had a room for 10 things, and that would be quitting weed, and slash dreaming. The reason I quit weed, mostly the biggest reason, is because when I'm on weed, I don't dream. And I'm getting the most wickedest, wonderful dreams. And okay, last night's I gotta have to tell you this. Last night's dream was pretty darn wild. I was a part of this apartment complex, okay, and there was a pretty big apartment with like a big section outside the apartment that has like a big foyer, okay. And my roommate, one of my roommates, I was living with different roommates, but one of my roommates just happened to be Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey. And he was doing something very weird in my dream. He was trying to take as much furniture as he could find and put it out in the hallway. And I was thinking that he shouldn't be doing that. That's kind of wrong. And like all kinds of furniture, from couches to tables, and I was helping them move some chairs. And then one of my other roommates comes up to me, and I'm talking to Jim Carrey in my dream, and he goes, that's not really Jim Carrey. That's the persona of Jim Carrey, like, because of Jim Carrey's whole thing of not being, you've seen it on YouTube and that. But what a weird dream. And it kept on continuing to different things, being in a bus, and in my dream I was falling asleep in a bus, but we were going through like these roads, and I was looking at the sky, and there was like a planet in the sky that was looking weird, and another part of like cloud formation that was green, and I was thinking, that looks weird. Why is that green like that? And it went to multiple places. Like, it was a weird and an awesome dream, but the whole idea of having Jim Carrey in my dream, that's why it has to be a big contender of quitting weed. Is one is would have been number I'll put it at number 11. Okay, let's get into my top 10 list. Where did I put that? Right here. I don't want to spoil anything until I get to it. Okay. So at number 10, okay, I am going to, I am my posters, my posters, whether it's this poster, that poster, my movie posters I got from Cineplex. All my life, I love posters. I've been putting pinups or posters on my wall. It started with rock posters and like even Star Trek stuff and all kinds of stuff. So I have tons of I'll try to give you a quick look there without messing up anything. You see, I have some posters up on my wall here. I got an It poster, and so on. I've been doing that for as long as I can remember. Okay, there was one place that I lived up in Montreal where I was not allowed to have posters. I wasn't able to put posters up on my wall, and it was probably the most, I don't want to say the D word, that I have been in my in like in the whole time that I was up there. It was like I felt down. I felt down. I felt like, that D word I don't want to say. And it's because I didn't have that uplifting, when I see a blank wall, when I see just a white blank wall, it represents it just, yeah, it just makes me feel really down and all that stuff. So posters is a big part of my psyching myself up and motivating me, and I just love having stuff on my wall. So that's why that gets mentioned for sure. Of course, because Scott Ladd had talked about, or is it Lade? I forget. I think he pronounces his last name Lade, Scott Lade. But he brought up Mountain Dew as one of his favorite things. And I'm going to bring up Dr. Pepper. I'm a huge Dr. Pepper fan. I love Dr. Pepper. I got a couple of cases, and I have some in my fridge. I should have brought one out to kind of show you, but no, you know what Dr. Pepper is. It is my favorite pop, and I have at least one little can, like a 355 milliliter can every day, and I love it. I love it. You know. Okay, at number 8 is my bicycle. Yeah, okay, that's going to go with the next one here too at number 7. My bicycle, because it gets me places. It gets me outside. It keeps me physically fit. My brother went and he procured, like for the winter, a drive to work, paying like $20 a week to get a ride back and forth. I don't care. I'll bike through the snow. I'll do whatever I can to keep going all year round on my bicycle. I like it. It's my meditation when I'm going to work, and when I'm coming back from work. I can clear my mind and because I'm focused on being safe, of course, but I can kind of shut my mind off and pay attention to what I'm doing, and it's kind of like it's kind of my warm up and warm down after a day of work. And plus, during my seventh thing, summer. my Yes, at number 7 is summer. I love summer, especially when I'm able to take my biking and bike up to like Shediac or I still want to take a nice long bike ride to the Hopewell Rocks and see, by the Fun Day Park, and check that out again. I want to make sure I go at low tide so that I can, explore the beach and have fun there, and hopefully film that for you when I do go next time. I'm hoping to go next summer. Summer. I love summers. So that's at number 7 for sure, and that goes really well with my bike, and which I've called Halloween. And I showed a video of that where I presented my bicycle, and that video did surprisingly well. I wasn't expecting that. At number 6, yeah, science fiction. Ooh, it's my favorite kind of genre of movies. I mean, I could have chosen movies in general, and that's kind of is with that in many respects. But science fiction is a yeah. It's mostly like Star Wars, Star Trek. Yes, okay, I know it's science fantasy or whatever you want to call it, but I consider it science fiction as much as anything else. Anything science fiction based, like any type of movie, or yeah, that is my favorite genre. So science fiction, yeah, I love it. I love it. Even the horror movies that are kind of science fiction based in that, yeah, those are the best. So that's why that is at number 6. And incidentally, Science programs I see on YouTube, like like Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson. There's SciShow and the I love the debunkers, like the flat Earth debunkers and all that stuff. So anything where I'm learning like Veritasium, Vsauce, yeah, any science programs, I love those, and I try to watch as many as those as I can, whenever I can. And at number four, yeah, oh, I know. I thought that was going to be a little higher, but Spider Man, or anything Marvel for that matter. I'm a big Marvel fan, more so than DC. But it's just something about with DC. Okay, they don't use real places. All the locations they use in DC are all fictitious, like Metropolis and Gotham, With Marvel, they're using actual places. Spider-Man is in New York, and he comes from Queens, real places that you can identify with. But it's always from that original cartoon that I love, Spider-Man. And to show you, okay, my one of my prized possessions, okay, was from a good buddy of mine who gave me this for it was a Christmas gift. I like it. This is incredible. I'm not going to go into it right now because I want to keep this video relatively short. But I have a video where I presented this. I opened it up and showed you what's in it and everything. But yeah, it's nicely well protected. It has a couple of cards in it, one in black and white, like the pencil sketch, and then the full color of basically of this. So, and then it goes through 50 years of the web slinging, you know. So yeah, that is a major thing that I love. So that's why, yeah. Ever I remember playing the video game on PlayStation 2, the Spider-Man 2 from the movie, and that was probably one of the greatest moments of Spider-Man for me, where I could actually understand what it would feel like to be Spider-Man. It was, and I took to it like duck to water. It was so easy for me to play that game because I understood what he could do. I understood the mechanics. So that's why Spider-Man gets the number four place. At number three, YouTubing. I love being a YouTuber. It's just there's just something liberating and where I can express myself like I never had before. It's my new favorite. Well, one of my new favorite things that I have been doing in the last couple. Well, about a little over 2 years now, I think. So yeah, I'm determined to make it not well. I don't think I'm going to make it super big, but whatever I get, okay, whatever I get for subscribers and viewers and everything, I'm very grateful for, and I'll never stop YouTube as long as I can because it's just so much fun for me, and it's a chance, like I said, it's a chance for me to express myself, and so yeah. So, but at number two, of course, is watching YouTubers. But there's an asterisk there because whoop, you guys probably know what number one is. I don't want to spoil that for you, but I'm sure you can guess already what number one's going to be. But watching YouTubers now, why there's an asterisk because there's more to it than just watching YouTubers. Is watching down to earth YouTubers like Larry Graves and Glenn Calloway from the basement and Scott Lade in the Prog Corner, and I was watching. I was trying to catch up on some of Alex with beer and vinyl and so on and so forth. There's so many of you that I want to check out, and I don't check out the bigger channels. I haven't watched a Mr. Beast video in probably 2 months. I still have not unsubscribed to him. I know that probably upset some people if I did, but I'm much more of a fan of smaller YouTubers, and of course with the science programs that I've mentioned, like with Neil deGrasse Tyson and Mark Rober and so on and so forth. There's Smarter Every Day. There's Be Smart. That used to be yeah, something else, but he goes it goes by. So all those YouTubers, I love watching you, and you guys are my favorite things for sure. Watching YouTubes, and of course number one, his music and CDs. Of course, you knew I was going to go there, and I've been a music fan for as long as I can remember, ever since, like before even my uncle Frankie brought over the Kiss Kiss album, the debut album. We had the Electric Lucifer there, and we had some other things. I remember the very first record before my uncle brought over the Kiss album. My first little record, which I don't care for. I still have the song here in a compilation mix. Was How Much Is That Doggy in the Window? Whoop, whoop, you know, and that was my you know, you're a little kid. You like stupid little things like that. Now I can't stand that song, even though I have it on a compilation. I got it for other stuff on that compilation, and I was a little surprised that it was on that compilation album. But yeah, when it comes to albums and CDs in general, and of course, I'm showing you my favorite CD of all time. Of course, is Tool Lateralis. So so yeah, music for me there is music is a higher form of language. It makes me feel good. It can I can put on the perfect CD that will break my bad mood no matter what. It always makes me happy. It always fulfills me with something. There's always, even if I heard something 100 times, I still hear new things in it every time that I listen to it that you never noticed before. So for me, music is the gift that keeps on giving, and my favorite YouTubers, of course, are more so than not music based. So that's why music is my favorite thing of all time. So those are my favorite things, and yeah, and of course, you out there, of course, being people, are also my favorite things. My viewers and my subscribers and everybody, because you know how much I love people. Now, if you're watching this for the first time and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, because I will greatly appreciate it. Excuse me, I was trying to hold that back. And I will love you forever. And and please comment, because I love commenting back. I try to get to everybody. Don't be afraid of that like button. Of course, I always hit like on everybody's channels every time. So I can't see why you can't do it. And yeah, and again, a reminder, I have a contest. I'll probably do a specific video tomorrow where I'm just going to talk about my contest and remind everybody what's going on. There's only 8 more days left, of course, before the draw, and I will have a gift card, a Amazon gift card for you guys to win. I only have the one entry, so still. So please, please, it's not that difficult. Just take 20 minutes and write me a little poem. Doesn't have to rhyme. Can be about anything you want, as long as trying to make it cool if you can, but I'm not going to be very strict on that. And okay, everybody, I'm done now. I'm just going to let you go. Please, just be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, morning, night, afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace.